Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, FQQ versus Orc Brave. This game taking place here on Turtle Rock. On the, what I'll call the 5 o'clock position. No, that's a little bit too far. At the 5 o'clock position, we see Orc Brave spawning as the orange Orc player. Meanwhile, off on the other side of the map, we see FQQ opening up as the teal human. Let's go ahead and speed things up to the 2-minute mark, but FQQ will be going for a tavern hero with this late altar of kings. Late altar of kings tavern hero available at the 2-minute 15-second mark. Theories in now. What do you think it will be? Well, a shadow hunter first, going up against a tavern hero in an orc versus human matchup. Perhaps the first time I've seen something like this. Let's go ahead and get this game started already. Warmill actually purposely being built very far back into the base here. Gonna be a little bit out of the way, but not as easily spotted. Normally you want your Warmill off more towards the center here. That way, your peons have less travel distance for longer. But then again, you are also hiding your units a little bit longer as well, and your strategy as well. That strategy more of a StarCraft type of strategy than anything else, as we see now a lava spawn already out here on the battlefield. Lava spawn going to get in some attacks here, try to get some damage onto that shadow hunter. Meanwhile, the Firelord is, remember, relatively low on mana. It costs 150 mana for that lava spawn, so he can only summon up one lava spawn at a time until he regenerates mana. He is a primary agility based hero, so he doesn't want to summon lava spawns as a human player would normally summon water elementals, especially as there is no access to Brilliance Aura. Alright, peons coming into that engagement here. That lava spawn gonna get it taken out, get poofed right there. There's some experience already for that Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter turns things around, gets a quick hex off onto the Firelord. Firelord now looking to retreat back. Agility-based hero does have a bit more armor than the Archmage, but also has, I believe, less... Well, actually... trying to remember right now who actually has more hit points, as we are looking at Militia now being called over here at the 9 o'clock spot with the hero far away. Staff of teleportation inbound. Firelord comes in on the fight, gonna go ahead and try and engage. There is a lava spawn right here. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter is looking exactly for where FQQ could possibly be, and there is FQQ with boots of speed, sold the Scroll of Town Portal, needs to pick up the Devotion Aura, and here we go, gonna go ahead and get that engagement in now. All right, who's going to get finished off here? Who gets that last shot? I believe the Shadow Hunter does not get the experience, as the lava spawn is going to get in a little bit of splitting. All right, there's a little bit of splitting right there, as the Firelord is trying to hide in the very far back. That is going to be a lot of different small dead units. There goes another unit dead now, as the Headhunter could end up getting taken down. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter already down to 175. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble. More damage getting racked up. Shadow Hunter down to 78 hit points. Who's going to fall first? Is the are the other units going to be able to finish off the Firelord? Firelord teleports, walks away. The lava spawns doing their splitting, and these lava spawns are going to end up staying alive long enough. Speed building an Arcane Vault going to be absolutely important. The lava spawns could try and clear out this section here. We're looking at the Headhunters now coming in for an engagement, and they're going to be able to find these units off here. All right, so quad lava spawns, going to make it difficult for the Headhunters to get that final poke off against that Firelord. Firelord quickly using a Clarity Potion and a Scroll of Regeneration. All right, really needing that little bit of additional hit point. And now retreating back as FQQ is going for the expansion. Orc Brave already sitting at tier 2, getting up a watchtower, a spirit lodge for those shaman purges, as the footmen already have defend, able to reflect back all of that piercing damage. New lava spawn coming across from FQQ. Going to go ahead and poke apart here. And the Shadow Hunter is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Orc Brave trying to retreat back. And this is the issue now. The Shadow Hunter was forced to try and retreat, and now all he sees himself is, in a bit of hurt. A little bit of poke back damage onto that, onto that Firelord. Firelord trying to retreat away. A Scroll of Speed is going to wear off soon, but there's another hex right there, as the Headhunters are getting in those attacks pretty consistently. Firelord still falling back here, down to 99 hit points. Are we going to see one more hex here? Firelord purposely hugging close to the trees, able to get away safely. Now, we're going to be looking at the lava spawns, perhaps trying to take down the giant sea turtle creep camp. Firelord should be trying to heal up once more. There's another scroll of regeneration, and in comes the units again. That little bit of experience is all the Firelord needs in order to get to level 3, and then level 2 fire spawns. There you have it, a little bit of additional hit points as well as the footmen finally throw up defend to try and stop all of the aggression. Slippers of agility given to the Shadow Hunter now as the headhunters are poking down some of those footmen, but slowly. Shadow Hunter still sitting at level 1 after all this time. Footmen with defend will not be able to catch up to the Shadow Hunter as, well, Firelord's now at level 3 compared to a level 1 Shadow Hunter after all this time. I am expecting a great shift, though. The shamans should really be trained up out of this spirit lodge, trying to get some purges down onto those summons. Those lava spawns, remember, are relatively low on hit points, only 425. Tauren Chieftain goes with Shockwave first, could throw a little bit of damage down, poking some damage onto that Firelord as there is a tactical retreat back. I'm really feeling like Orc Brave, finally getting up these shaman. I believe that is a spiked barricades level 2, and we're now going into demolishers as well. Tauren Chieftain going to be fighting alongside the Shadow Hunter, who is looking to get to level 2. Meanwhile, Firelord, has plenty of clarity potions, may drop in some more lava spawns, and, try and split those guys up again. Tech to Tier 2 has not been started by FQQ, as he is now setting up a lumber mill and, building back his main base just a little. FQQ has been playing on a, edge of a sword, so to speak, getting a lot of mileage out of everything so far, and Orc Brave just now starting to really play his game. Being able to get to level 2 on that Shadow Hunter, level 1 on that Tauren Chieftain. Orc Brave's harassment with the Shadow Hunter really falling short, as we're looking at the Ogre Magi, just getting absolutely poked apart there. Circlet of Nobility picked up by the Shadow Hunter, given to the Tauren Chieftain. Forest Troll Trapper going to end up getting taken down as the Firelord now moves out across the map. All right, there's level 2 on the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain is going to have a very bad day, down to 210 hit points already. Has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There's going to be some Healing Wave bouncing around. There's a Shockwave adding on through, as well as the Tauren Chieftain down to 78 hit points. Is he going to be able to back up in time? Down to 39. Is he going to use the Potion of Invulnerability? He does not. Not using the Potion of Invulnerability, Tauren Chieftain falls at level 2 as the Firelord now looks to back up again. All right, Firelord is sitting at level 3 with Boots of Speed. New Turtle Rock version, I believe so, version 1.6. Yep, right here, just right there. You see it as the, Firelord still getting poked apart again. Footman hanging off to the side here. FQQ, gonna try and, teleport away now as the Shadow Hunter. I'm gonna get closer to level 3, but I believe be just a bit shy. Tauren Chieftain gonna get resurrected as well. We are looking at some demolishers, coming back online, as dual base FQQ gonna have a major economic advantage, but he needs to find a way to spend this gold to try and catch up economically. It feels like Orc Brave at any point could really just start getting going with this tech advantage here and really trying to use perhaps more shamans to shut down those enemy units. Remember, shamans also do magic damage, which is extremely effective against footmen who are trying to use defend, as they are just far too slow and they're taking bonus damage from those shaman attacks. All right, Manual of Health going to be picked up by who? It looks like the Tauren Chieftain wants it. Nope, no one wants it right now. No one wants to read their books, as the Tauren Chieftain going after all of these units here. Potion of Invulnerability picked up by the Tauren Chieftain there. You're going to see that Manual of Health get picked up by that Tauren Chieftain as more units getting healed up with those healing salves. Firelord does sit at level 4. Does have a lava spawn out already. 550 on hit points on that lava spawn, going after the Ogre Warrior now. We may see a split off of this particular creep camp. Meanwhile, getting in some of that additional incinerate damage, explosive death right there against surrounding units. sell that Ring of Protection +4, pick up the Ring of Protection +5, or just sell, I believe, the Slippers? No, yep, already up to +9 armor, up to 16 armor on this Firelord. Very difficult to take down with, well, Devotion Aura, selling of some more items here, and picking up a Scroll of Town Portal as we now see a defense back at, come on, the Expo. All right, Berserkers are online. We see a Demolisher here, a little bit of splash damage once more. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 2, Shadowhunter sitting at level 3. As the Demolisher, well, overlobs the attack against that Footman here. Footman just pretty much walks straight into this fight, not realizing that the entire Orc army is still very much nearby. All right, no additional level given here. Meanwhile, we're looking at the lava spawns getting ready to engage. Are we going to see some purges go down, perhaps, on those units? There's one purge. There's two purges trying to finish off those units, adding in a lightning shield. And standing next to that Tauren Chieftain is definitely hazardous to your health. Suddenly, FQQ's army is just looking very, very weak as lightning shield and everything else is just stacking up all of that damage. Paladin out here onto the battlefield, going to get in some holy light. Tauren Chieftain now sitting up at level 3. Shadowhunter, Tauren Chieftain has lost or already used a potion of invulnerability here. Footmen are trying to engage from behind. Healing Wave still bouncing around as lower hit point Berserkers are backing up still. There goes another Footman there as the Firelord still acting as an auto attack based hero. High agility trying to chase down this Tauren Chieftain as another lava spawn gets cleaned up again. All right, the Berserkers have really focused back down onto the Paladin. Paladin now trying to retreat back away. What's going to go down here? It looks as though a Healing Wave going to bounce back around as the Headhunters or Berserkers, never mind, able to reflect back a bit more damage. Demolisher is trying to take down the Expo, but the Expo is not going to fall anytime soon. Behind this, though, OrcBrave does have an Expo of his own. All right, round of Berserkers. There's a purge. Are we going to see, that Footman able to just simply run by there as all attention is focusing onto that one peon. All right, new lava spawn out here onto the battlefield. It will quickly getting purged and shut down again. And now FQQ's summoning of those lava spawns really starting to fall short. All right, more Footmen may not be the strategy that you're looking for. More units are trying to come in and engage from behind. Healing, well, Scroll of Speed used there to do a tactical retreat. Level 4, level 3 going up against a level 4, level 1. That is that sudden explosive hero level that I was expecting to come from the Orc army, with Shamans now able to use Purge effectively. And it now shut down all the lava spawns who have been such a pivotal unit throughout this fight. All right, Berserker down to 76 hit points, going to try and retreat away. Holy light here. There is an Orb of Fire on the Paladin. Odd choice for that first item instead of a Staff of Sanctuary, going for an Orb of Fire on the Paladin who, well, I don't see much healing aside from the Shadowhunter, and the Paladin is a range-based or a melee-based unit, so not going to be able to easily apply that buff anywhere. All right, Shadowhunter going to continue to engage here. You can see the Paladin is just trying to stay behind everything as we see a quick Hex go down on the Paladin now. All right, Paladin could be in a little bit of trouble, able to break free, trying to retreat away. There's a Purge onto the Paladin. Paladin taking quite a bit of damage. There's some lava spawn or lightning shield, lava spawn, or not lightning, lightning shield damage. Is the Paladin going to be able to head back away? There's a quick Hex, buying the potion of lesser invulnerability, but unable to use it as the Shadowhunter ends up getting taken down. All right, Lightning Shield now going after the Firelord. The potion of invulnerability, remember, is out of the shop because the Paladin had purchased it earlier. There's another purge onto a lava spawn here. Shockwave now ripping through many of the other Footmen as the Shamans are going to be the ones to do the majority of the damage here with that magic damage. FQQ sitting at 50 supply compared to OrcBrave's 62. Units are still trying to retreat back. That Footman unable to get anywhere quickly. Long time no see. What do we have today? Well, title here, FQQ versus OrcBrave here on Turtle Rock. FQQ opened up with that early Firelord, and now that Firelord's pretty much fallen flat. We've seen that now that the Brewmaster as a third and final hero coming in from FQQ. So level 4, nearly level 5 Firelord, level 1 Paladin who is currently, well, out of commission, and now a level 2 Paladin. All right, potion or scroll of the beast picked up there. Griffin's easy job trying to clean up some things. Paladin already resurrected first. There's a scroll of regeneration, boots of speed. There's a cloak of shadows also being left behind here as the orc army looking to clear out the remainder of the creep camp's little manual of health being left behind here. All right, Sentry Ward by Orc Brave does spot all of this craziness here as he sees a bunch of griffins perhaps going to get poked apart here in just a moment. Do we see Envenom Spears? No, we just see heavy piercing damage trying to go after all of these units now. There's a purge onto a Griffin Rider. It gets easily cleaned up as there is still a little bit of chasing going around. No purges onto the remaining flying units. Breath of Fire, a quick hex onto the onto the panda, as the panda could be in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to back away, heading towards the merchant shop. The merchant shop is going to be able to buy, yes, does pick up a Scroll of Town Portal in time to head back out. All right. Is the Brewmaster... Oh, oh, sheesh. Oh, poor Brewmaster. Staff Scroll of Town Portal, an absolute panic Scroll of Town Portal, didn't aim it at all, ended up stuck in between all of these buildings, then got Staff of Sanctuary. He still might be stuck. I don't know if there's actually enough room between the Griffin Aviary and this guard tower, but, oh, nope, is he going to be able to come out? Yes, he will be able to come out, so, yeah, FQQ not fully locking down his, panda as I originally thought. Firelord still waiting to get resurrected here. I believe the Ogre Lord was taken out. Who picked up the item? That is going to be the case. I believe it was that panda. The Brewmaster did get it there. Paladin gets to level 2 as the Gargantuan Sea Turtle made its way over. All right, Huntsman, Wind Rider, Tauren Chieftain, Shockwave onto all of these units here. Wind Riders with a Scroll of Speed trying to finish things off. And FQQ is in some serious trouble as Orc Brave now takes the supply lead going into high upkeep. Shockwave coming across here. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 5. Level 3 Shockwave hitting some of these buildings as well as peasants are getting cleaned up nicely. Shadow Hunter gets up to level 5. So we are also looking at level 3 Healing Wave as the Tauren Chieftain, well, it can't really get some big shockwaves off onto those Griffin Riders, but those Griffin Riders have been absorbing quite a bit of damage. Wind Riders deal 36 to 44 piercing damage, remember, but it's going up against the magic damage of the Griffins. The Griffins, however, have more hit points, substantially more hit points than these Wind Riders, even though they're both 4 supply units. Repeat viewers of my channel will know how I feel about Wind Riders. Very much glass cannons. The only 4 supply unit that has 570 hit points, and we're going to be looking at a quick hex. Are we going to see that Dragonhawk Rider get taken down? No, we are not. Instead, going after this Dragonhawk Rider, it's going to get taken down easily. Shadow Hunter shows up to the fight here, goes after one Dragonhawk Rider. Griffins are lobbing attacks against the Shadow Hunter, but remember, the Shadow Hunter has heroic armor, which is greatly reduced damage, magic damage from those Griffins. Kodo Beast now joining in on the fight as well, giving in additional damage bonus, 10% damage bonus here. Perhaps also going to try and get the improved war drums as well, as we are at tier 3. All right, Tiny Great Hall going to be reestablished here. A little bit of gold mine from there. Meanwhile, Wind Riders trying to chase down some more units. All right, this game has been a little bit all over the place. Orc now currently sitting on 2 level 5 heroes, and this may be a situation where just because FQQ can creep, if he's able to somehow creep somewhere on the map and continue to level up his heroes, he may be able to catch back up. He is sitting at 69 supply compared to 80, and with Orc Braves, well, massive use of sentry wards all across the map. Anytime FQQ tries to leave, he's going to get spotted and creep jacked. Why have a map hack when you pretty much have an in-game map hack with all of these sentry wards, knowing exactly what your opponent is doing? All right, Dragonhawk Riders, Griffins trying to finish off this Overlord creep camp. Panda sitting at level 3, does have level 2 Breath of Fire. Meanwhile, major engagement inside the base back at home. FQQ losing these guard towers who didn't have any masonry upgrades. Tauren Chieftain is off over here, can continue to poke apart. We now see a transition into Serpent Wards because of how much how many air units we had. These Serpent Wards deal 50 piercing damage against those Griffin Riders, as we are now looking at a base trade scenario, Expo versus a main base, and that could be a problem as this main base was already nearly mined out. We're going to see perhaps the castle getting taken down, and Orc Brave still with the larger army. Shockwave ripping on through more buildings. Serpent Wards could be left behind here, and we're still looking at more damage and getting racked up. All right, Panda, how much damage is it taking per attack? Well, 10 damage per attack here against the Great Hall's spiked barricades, and dealing reflective or damage back to the Pandas. All of these melee units here. All right. Coming back around here, Scroll of Town Portal. Units are going to try and drop on in. Where's that Scroll of Town Portal? Scroll of Protection quickly being used. And here we are. Here we go. Shockwave perhaps going to try and finish off the rest of these guard towers here. Scroll of Protection still acting as a big deal as the Tauren Chieftain and the Shadow Hunter both getting very close to level 6. Level 6 Tauren Chieftain means... well, resurrection, and also the Shadow Hunter, interestingly enough, could actually go for Big Bad Voodoo as there is no anti-air. Shadow Hunter now trying to retreat back here. There's a couple of shackles going down. A level up, no level up just quite yet. Healing Wave bouncing around. Shadow Hunter, as he can finish off, gets up to level 6, could go for Big Bad Voodoo here, and that would have been a quick exchange. 49 supply now compared to 41 as Orc Brave is in trouble. Orc Brave no longer, well, never mind, has mining here, as there is just additional expos all across the map by Orc Brave, keeping his economy alive. Meanwhile, Panda, with double Hood of Cunning, has a decent amount of mana right now. That could also be given to the Firelord. Hood of Cunning works well for the Firelord as he's an agility-based hero, but also needs intellect for all of those spells that he wants to place down. Here we are. Here we go. Shackles coming across here. Tauren Chieftain going to go ahead and dive on in. The Shadow Hunter did not go for Big Bad Voodoo like I would have hoped here. Big Bad Voodoo would have been absolutely devastating since there's... well, actually, no, the Firelord has the ability to I believe, silence, but doesn't have that spell just quite yet. Anyways, Tauren Chieftain still walking around on the far side here. We're looking at more shackles being thrown down. 29 supply compared to 49. Orc Brave needs to spend his gold and keep his army advantage out here on the battlefield. Otherwise, FQQ could try and make some magic happen, but the Firelord looks like it's going to fall instead. No, beautiful last-minute Staff of Sanctuary saving that Firelord here at the only mining base left. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 6. Tiny Great Hall being placed right here. It's going to get established up pretty quickly. Wind Rider now retreating back. We should be looking at healing salves being used by the Shadow Hunter. Clarity Potions also being used as well, alongside mana pots to just constantly keep that economy going. Not quite. Is this really closer? This compared to this hall over here? I would have thought that Great Hall would have been the easier place to try and return gold to. Shadow Hunter now on the move. Serpent Wards getting placed down to just try and cause a little bit of commotion after all of this here. Perhaps a Shockwave, yeah, taking down more peasants again as the, well, Serpent Ward still continuing to poke. 53 supply compared to 21. Shackle coming online from a Dragonhawk Rider, but there's too many Berserkers down here on the ground able to, take down that Dragonhawk Rider before the Wind Rider is in trouble. Firelord sitting at level 5, still making his rounds, trying to poke things across. Shadow Hunter with plenty of mana, with those mana pots continuing to use Healing Wave to keep his units alive. Kodo Beast does have that upgraded War Drums now, as the units are, well, looking to fall back again. There's a Breath of Fire, level 4 now on the Paladin. So 5-4-4 on the Paladin and Firelord and a Panda combination, not something that you see every day, as units are just still constantly falling apart here. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain trying to shut down the mining at FQQ's only town hall here, as the Panda may be able to get off another breath of fire against all of these peons as well. All right, this is going to be a little bit devastating, as FQQ, well, is going to get a little bit more experience again. I don't believe the Panda will be able to get to level 5 off of these peons, or even these peons off to the north. All right, base race exchange. Well, 900 gold left. Perhaps more wood still needs to be collected to train up more units. Orc Brave actually tight on lumber, but still having plenty of gold mining at that 1 o'clock location here on Turtle Rock. Tauren Chieftain fighting fighting alongside a shaman here. Bloodlusted Tauren Chieftain trying to take down all of these buildings here. Should have no problem. Don't often see a hero very strange hero compositions and order. Firelord going up against Shadow Hunter as the opening standoff. All right, if this does turn into a base race scenario, Firelord, Panda still going after some of these extra units here. Are there enough heroes out here on the battlefield to cause problems? Serpent Wards are just constantly getting poked apart here. There's a purge onto some of those units as the Tauren Chieftain shows up to the party and says, stop picking on my Shadow Hunter here, trying to get into harm's way. The Shadow Hunter still bouncing around, still trying to hide, does have a mana pot. They're going to go ahead and Healing Wave, but the Healing Wave didn't bounce onto anyone else. The Paladin with that invulnerability able to dance around here, a lot of damage, and there goes a level 6 Shadow Hunter taken down. All right, Firelord falls at level 5 as well as the Shockwave comes online. Paladin gets shut down, and well, in those final moments, that lone Brewmaster going up against a 41 supply army from Orc Brave would not work out. FQQ, well, with an interesting Firelord opening first, having that hero level advantage, but unable to, and the economic advantage, unable to carry it over to the mid game, as those lava spawns turned into just packages of experience for the Tauren Chieftain and Shadow Hunter. Let me know what you guys thought about this bit of a crazy game in the comments below.